Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Asturias, which times are changing. Times are changing, which we're still not quite there on the early medieval part for the Asturianese people, which it'll be 4 years' time. We're 3/4 of the way done till we reach that era where we can start having fascinations for newer technologies and the like. But also have my fascination toward this as long as I keep the learning skill a bit up, even though I have switched my lifestyle focus to another thing, which I'll have it switched back if I live these final years. Switch it back to scholar. But also as of recent, as you can see, yes, there's a crusade coming up. Coming this fall. The first crusade for Jerusalem. This was caused by the Islid dynasty. They're Baranis, they're the Berbers, which they still have a presence in Sicily, Sardinia, and yes, they even took Rome, which is currently run by some wali there. And all the good taxes, all that good stuff that Rome has, they took it all. And in retaliation, the papacy decides to go on a crusade to Jerusalem, even though half of Jerusalem is under control of the Byzantine Empire, which the one who actually runs over there is of a 7-year-old duchess who is an albino, which I just noticed that, complexion. It's because the mother was albino. And the mother's mother is albino. They come from a long line of albinos. So yes, Byzantine Empire has the largest amount of manpower, is superior, but there are others. Think. And yes, the Arabian Empire, which is led by the Abbasids. Yes, the Abbasids. Which, let me see their legacy. They go for glory and renowned name. But the real question is, what is the Macedon dynasty like? For their legacies? A vibrant court, ordained rulers. Yeah, we don't often look at that stuff, but enough time has passed. Oh, and who could forget the Carling? House of Warriors, generational immigrants, and squire traditions. Well then, I earlier contributed to the crusade by donating gold and such, but I noticed a strange that the Crusaders will have a disadvantage at this. Many of us will participate, but for me, I'm unsure. I may join, there's a small chance I may not, but nonetheless, I think we may go. Even though we got plenty of months to go to raise our money for this upcoming expedition. And you know what, son? I forbid you from joining the Knights, but you are an aspiring strategist, so I'm going to put you in. Force you in. So you better put your gear on, because it's coming up soon. At least you got a lot more children these days. Hello, Salvadorico. Good to know that you're still breathing like a rabbit. And I'm not sure about my well-being. I mean, I can't go out and fight, because I'm too chicken for this. And so is my son, but he's much more of a... He's an aspiring, but competent strategist. Engineer for destruction, yeah. May have to put him as commander, not a fighter. Like, he should be the first one to be on the ground. Soon he'll be living off land, sappers, and he'll ultimately become a strategist. He'll be a strategist by the time he becomes king. I can usurp it. Oh, yes I can, but I need money. Because we have all of Navarra again. Which I believe that you should get Navarra yourself. Good night. Gallant, and use Crusader as well. Just keep raising money. I'm doing fine on the stress level. But I am ailing, which I will when we're at this time of the age where I have no more time to live. And the realm will be split again between Pelagio III and Sebastian. Again, it begins in 2 months, so what's going on with the Umayyads? Holy War, that's one thing. Liberty War, they want to lower his crown authority. You'll get my answer soon. When September starts, look it up. Okay, where are we? Nearly even. But if I join, then we may have a slight advantage against this Caliph who is... Yes, he's Arabic. Also possessed. He's not in the middle of doing anything. He's in a marriage alliance with what's left. What's left of Egypt. Yeah, the Abbasids are on their way back there, so hate to meet them when they join up. We haven't really paid attention to the Eastern world as of late. Patliputra, named after Patliputra, the city. Relatively new dynasty. I mean, I just want to look at this real quick. Oh, they're a cadet branch to Pala, but they named it after the city of Patliputra, that ancient city in Bihar. Interesting to note. Pala and Patliputra. Whereas here in our dynasty we have 8 different cadet branches. This is the founding house, and this is the cadet branch that we are part of. The other 3 died out, unfortunately. And of course, there's no living members of this ancient one, so we're a direct descendant of that. When I save it up, this is what I'm going to go for next. That or this. Either of the 2 would be fine. So, you know what? I'll join. Get military support. If I pledge myself to the Crusade, I will be obligated to raise an army and march on the enemies of the faith when the time comes. As going back on my word, I may draw the ire of Pope Brennus. I should seriously consider this decision before committing my realm to the fight. I will join the army of St. George. So, I pledge my support. The war chest receives 1500 prestige and 600 piety, and I'll get some. There, now we have the advantage altogether. And cherry, age. I believe Jerusalem needs talent, so send my cousin. I don't particularly like him for whatever reason. I mean, after all, I did some bad things and he's held a grudge against me, so do select him. But look at the war chest. There's a lot of money in this, and this is what I get for my share. I can redirect the war. Like, why Jerusalem instead of Rome? That's one question, but it'll cost your piety. Oh yes, Bulgaria, because they're Tengri. Anyways, what about here? Okay, that's too far away. It's getting ridiculous at that point, so... Closer to England, Syria. Anointed Kingdom of Romania. That's the area. Which we can, select it, but... Oh, too late. Never mind, we're all going to Jerusalem. I get it now. And also, to the closest relative location to it, since it's in North Africa now, with Orania, I will move the rally point there. Next time it is up, you should add a second rally point in reference. I failed to notice that. Of course you failed to notice. Anyways. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. The first crusade to Jerusalem. Well, half of it. The Byzantine and the Crusader King of Jerusalem will get its share. The time has finally come to bring St. George's holy wrath against the vile infidels of Jerusalem. Inflamed by the righteous fear and unyielding resolve, the great armies of Crusaders assembled by Pope Robertus sets forth to deliver divine justice upon the wicked and earn their place in heaven. So this goal will be divided among participants. Yes, but... Send in the entertainers. Let's go. But I think about the logistics of it. Too much for supplying the pickle. Split up. Who are the best commanders? Oh, he's in the other army. My son is in the other army. Well, he's a knight, not a commander. Leading myself would be a dream, but I can't do that. Because there's things I want to do. I'm working on it. I need to be in a court. So, here's what's gonna happen. You will take the north to Tripoli. You'll be going to Tripoli. I'm gonna Mara. Unfortunately, the best that you got to offer. He's a knight another. Are you? No. No, he's not. Son Airbus. Yeah, Pelagio III is in this first army. So he's a knight over there. That's fine. You'll be going to Acre. So it'll pay us quite a bit of money for this trip. And I know some will say it's like, she really shouldn't have done that, putting her son as a knight, despite the fact you discourage it. But, of course, if Alfonso III was still alive at this time, knowing the magnitude of this conflict, he would say something like, "There are no sons here, only Asturian soldiers." 32 allies versus 28 allies, so that's 33 countries. Countries, not necessarily countries, but many vassals within too. Lost of liberty. Actually, no. He's an elector, isn't he? Just to make damn sure, all votes go to him. Doesn't appear to be anyone home. Oh, there. Where's the rest of you? Well, they're on their way, so... Oh, man. You're not participating in this crusade. You got a big problem. Well, good news and bad news. Good news is that we're the first ones on the ground. But the bad news is, well, they're all going to get killed out here. The best knights are in this army. Great. Go save them. Stand your ground. Oh no, holy warrior. Seek of a death sentence. We'll probably win, but more will be on their way. Son? Are you a Crusader now? What makes a man a Crusader? You have to at least step foot in the objective? But at least we'll contribute to something. Just hold your ground and wait for allies to come. We'll lose decisively, we'll probably win. Boss command, God petition me for increased representation in my government. My lord, we are your loyal subjects, yet we have no say on how our communities are governed. Would be so much to ask, or wonder I feel to have your place in the administration? Not happening. Oh dear. Going in there too early and we're all going to get crushed here. But more allies are on their way. Venice is coming. Venice will come back us up. Union of Swords. Papacy army. They're on their way. Just hold your ground. We know we're all beaten out here. Reinforcements are here. But, buddy, we're gonna get driven out of the sea here. That was terrible. He was one of our good ones. What happened to my son? Wounded. Oh man, one-eyed. This is why I did not want, well, it would be better if you were just a commander and not a knight, huh? I'll have to get you out of here, right now. I know this is going to deprive you of that position, but clearly leave it to the professionals. Hell, get there. Well, we can't get the crow out. He's too expensive. We lost both of our commanders. They're both retreating to attack Byzantine Empire. I don't think we should be here. Paying for boats is one thing, but maybe there are other targets we could take on. More will be on their way. These guys are going to get slaughtered one by one. Well, let's see who our new commanders are going to be. Yes, the better one. This outer army. Well, I told him that he's discouraged from leaving there. He'll be there too. How fortified is this here? Not too well fortified. Because we have our chance. Get the capital and they'll be distracted. Lord, get them. At least we're in first place because we're the first ones to have our boots on the ground. Right. Let's go capture something. Let's stick together. Keep them distracted. It's not our target, but hey, it's something. Sorry, son. Lost your eye, but you're doing alright. The life's reaffirmed. Hey, +1 learning. And there's some dread to go along with it. We had to send you out there just to prove your worth, but he's craven, so he should have known better. I should have known better, or he should have known better. There they go again. It's only a matter of time before they come up here. Just take this area. There's good loot here. And retreat to Byzantine territory. Oh, we're dead men here. Get out! We'll lose decisively, but probably gonna win, but don't you know how many there are? It's the fastest way to retreat. We're getting 7 days. 10 days. Going to here. 8 days. Going over to there. We'll take 11 days. Going to this here mosque. 8 days. There's nowhere to run. Hey. You're still out there, aren't you? He's in the coast of Sardinia. Coast of Sardinia? What are you doing over there? Oh no. He took part of the Crusade as well. Yes, he took part of the Crusade himself. No, my boy, no. Don't do it. It's not worth it. You don't know what you're doing. This is going to be our last battle here. We need to get back here because potential populist revolts again. We barely survived. What do you mean is all the remaining men? We brought them over here. Yaya died in my dungeons. And there, this crusade is a total failure. We'll call that right now. I don't think there's any reason to be here anymore, so we'll disband right now. Now they're at the mercy of all this. Let Byzantium take the rest of Jerusalem. This is neutral ground, so it's not friendly, so... guess we'll go home. But the nearest friendly area that we can spend would be here. Head to Tarent. Oh, this is ugly. Yeah, we ain't coming back. This was a big mistake. Just come back home with many forces you can, because you know the ultimatum. And my son is out there. He's in Acre right now. Thank you. You've done very well. .20. Another reason what makes it less likely to form up. So just disband over there in Toronto. And my wife died. Natural? Old age, yes. I need to marry somebody quick for the learning skill, regardless of age. A genius. Of course. Even though she's Greek Orthodox, but still. Won't be able to inherit, but consider it done. I need that learning skill so we can advance faster. She's a genius, she's a scholar, she's an eager reveler, and she's a journaler. Journaler. That's a word. Patronage, yows! Down the crows. This is very good. Think. With that high amount of learning skill, we'll get this in about 4 years' time. 21 months now. Well, meanwhile, we're sending our forces home. Okay, can't do that here, so I guess all the way back home then. All the way then. Gotta stop paying that money for the boat trips. Whatever happens at Crusade, even if you do win, at least get me some money. There's a presence in my bed, just as intensely physical as my body used to feel when wrapped my limbs around me, yet this presence is not me. Munia, but all the longing and anguish I left behind during the days I keep myself occupied. But here, where the memory is so vivid, there is no escape. Will the ache ever fade? My soulmate is gone. The election. Still up there, but... well, his last few years didn't take it too kindly. King Savarico of Asturias rests in the arms of the Lord age 63 years of age. Died of old age. A charming man. He became famous for his elaborate feasts and grandiose balls. We mean feasts, like having a ball, that's what we mean. Or, did he mean grandiose balls as in... No, you're thinking of him, if you're going to take it out of context. Now, King Pelagio III ascends the throne. Having mastered many skills, he's sure to be admired by his subjects. He's 34. He recently lost an eye in battle, but which he come to the realization that the frontline duty is not for him. So, guess that means we inherit some of his men at arms. Hang on. There's an uprising. Ghosts here. No. I got some time to think about it. So, we could say as he's stationed in Nablus, if they announce him, it's like, hey, you are king. And he's like, I'm king? Oh, I better get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Right now. I can rejoin the Crusade, right? Or this is still part of it. No, you're still part of it. Anyways, very, very lack of piety. His disputed heritage. He's good if he was a commander, but unfortunately that craven trait, likelihood dying of battle, would be reduced. But he's also sadistic. Yeah, he's a sinful person. Very, very sinful. Not as sinful as you. Switching over to Marshall. I'm your guardian? No. Need to get you a better one. Somebody who's more trained in this sort of thing. Like her. The duelist. Yes, the realm has split from us again, but we may get it back. May. I didn't know that she made gains against the Umayyad Sultanate. Duchy of Seville is also a separate entity. It's an entirely new house. Cordoba. Oh boy. He's gonna have a bit of a hard time trying to get all these vassals in line. But finish the strategy route. So, keep taking this. Get sappers, then get strategists. A one-eyed king now. And a new archbishop does not endorse me. Typical. Oh boy, none of the counselors like me. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm gonna sway you first. And as for Granada, the place where we groom our princes, says you are the heir to the kingdom of Andalusia. What if I give it to the other person and then he doesn't? I don't know. I mean, it has to be for him. Says Granada is yours. Oh crap, the domain limits, because I really lack in stewardship. Because of me being gluttonous, and taxes won't do better. The real question is, who am I voting for? Has to be him. Well, meanwhile, we are withdrawing from this crusade. Especially myself, that I have to get the hell out of here. We'll just get some dread. Because I'm one-eyed, so therefore let's be more dreadful. And then, increase control in Leon. Again, we expected this to happen. Hey, don't worry about the little ones. They're the little ones that join the Crusade. Who's your guardian? Me. She's going for learning, which I'm all for. Hey, since I like stewardship, can you help me manage the domain? There we go. That's what you're going to be doing from now on. Until further notice. Yeah, I'm coming back home. And we'll figure out the situation here. We ain't going back to that crusade. It's too deadly for us. We'll start recovering our strength. We have bad piety. Might as well save our money to go on a pilgrimage. Which we cannot because they're at war. Fair enough. I know you want Cordoba, but... man. Women hate me. Because I'm one-eyed. That was the fault of the father, you know. He sent me out of the front line. But I'd rather be commanding troops, not leading them in battle. What I mean is to be out on the front lines and later get killed for it. At least they're going to the... I need to focus on winning the hearts and minds back to them. "10 months. 9 years. Because we lost some of that learning. So much movement. One more left. I'd be happy to pick up strategist and nothing else. Could perhaps switch the focus on what diplomat do? What anything that could have the vassals up a bit more. Or go for August. think making friends would be the better option. Okay, that. People forces lost that one. Pelagio comes of age. Um, astute intellectual. May not look like much. They're average. But unfortunately, he's a bad person too, as if we can't get enough bad people in this family. Also, who's that woman you betrothed to? By woman, you mean girl. What is she like? To stewardship. Not a sinner. Where he's half and half on that. Oh, I think he'll be alright in my book. And he's an average knight. I think he stays as a knight. He'll do. Of course, that means, whoever they're voting for, we gotta pay attention to that now. Especially that this candidate. He is of our dynasty, our house, but look at him. Strong and handsome, in all his position. Dang, if he was closely related to me, I would definitely like this man. But the problem is that Andalusia will leave us. Well, he does have a claim on these. I mean, that's very good. What's his prowess? 9. All I could say is name. Why didn't we have you on board? But you're not gonna get anything out of it. Yeah, the disputed heritage is what's gonna hinder me. The only factors are populous, not all these. Oh, and do not forget, they've lost, they left, oh, in Sweden. Deadly Sweden. But they're on defense, at least. So we'll soon start making all that money again. Especially when we get this Archbishop endorsed. But I believe that it's too late for that. Whenever the new Archbishop comes in, well, depending on his authority skill, and I'll possibly have that man killed. What's my intrigue? Not as good as him. My culture has joined the early medieval era. New innovations are available. Remember, after we get this, hereditary rule is the first thing I'm gonna get. It's to change the law. thinking. I mean, I ain't got no stress going on. Oh dear. Go for him instead. I think we finally stopped the, What happened to you? Oh, capture. I'm sitting around the map at the table with Count Andres and Duke Garcia, discussing our strategy for the ongoing war. Bangs his fists on the table, loudly proclaims should charge the enemy directly and crush them with the sheer might of our armies, while Garcia nervously mutters about how we should avoid unnecessary engagements and fight a war of attrition. That's right. It's my right to decide the ultimate course of action. My commanders can act as they see fit. Just do it. Everything for opinion. And I'm saving my money a bit. Just wait. Like I'm waiting for the new archbishop to come in as soon as this man dies of old age. And then I'll use it to send a gift to the archbishop. And then they'll start endorsing me and I'll get all the good benefits. And go on a pilgrimage. Don't forget about the pilgrimage. When the crusade ends. Because I ain't coming over there anymore. No way, no how. Because we're outnumbered here, ultimately. And I have 0 contribution, so I won't gain anything. It was all for nothing. Theology, huh? Hey, what do you like? What if I put my vote for you instead? No, Andalusia. Think of Andalusia. Because part of it is still deeply Islamic there. Especially Cordoba. But hey, once I get my crown authority up, when I have this researched, then any Muslim vassal living here will have their titles revoked. Especially Cordoba. I want that for myself. What are you up to these days? Passed away, can no longer sway him. This new archbishop came in, wounded. He'll be alright. Astute intellectual. Here's one. Now to start swaying you. Continue your task. Well, I did my best. I'm in a gift-giving mood, so that's what I'm saving up all that money for. And I'll definitely switch to diplomacy once I get strategist. Here, we're moving in already. Got him. force in relevance due to the ongoing crusade takes longer. Who did you marry? Sultana Munir. She's the ruler. You married her. Oh no. Oh, he's feeling fine. Well, how did you pull that off, young man? Which means, he becomes the Sultan, or King, but I guess when, you know. Actually, who's the heir, really? Princess Stefania, a dwarf. I see what you're trying to do. Instead, they want me to vote for this guy who's really good, actually, but he's a cousin, and Andalusia would leave me. And that's the big problem. Yeah, this crusade's going very, very badly. Slowly but surely. And a lot of interim fighting. Galician claim. Aha. That's why Pelagio married her. They're joining up just to prevent him. Okay. My marshal has been hovering around my council meetings lately, knowing his interest in the matters of leadership, but I cannot help but feel that man is waiting for me to press him. I could probably engage him in conversation. On the other hand, it might be better for him to simply see me interacting with my men. There is something to be said for at least pretending to know every soldier's face. Let's discuss methods of communication. Oh, Sweden is here. They're in a continent now. Continent, your region. They took Valencia. It'll be easy to fight against them because, you know, hold the objective and whatnot. Now, I am a strategist. Ups diplomacy a bit, ups more martial skill. More enemy fatal casualties. It crosses water advantage penalties. Pelagio is the dedicated student of the art of war, capable of turning any situation to their advantage. When will I have the ability to switch another focus? 2 years' time. May have to pick up another trade along the way. Again, we could take them on. It's just, I don't like them when they take advantage of weakened countries. They'll go after the papacy next if they wanted to. Not Cordoba. It's trouble, more trouble than it's worth. Huh. She's gonna be leaving. Told her to go. Cause what the hell am I gonna do? And you are winning this claim. It's gonna take a while. I wish I wasn't a bad guy, but what can you do? Oh boy. 19 months now. Speed it up. Hardly ever do this, but do it. Two titles. Great. It's time to do something about that money. Any building that you see is upgradable, do it. Even if it provides more levies. Anything I would like to invest in, because this is good territory that I would love to control one day. Very slow development growth. Even here. Huh. That's my daughter. Craving just like me. I mean, we consider Pelagio to be a slight improvement. At least he's not craven. You create a cadet. You son of a. No, I could keep the title. I just need every vassal to look at me more highly. The Crusade is lost. As you can see, it's 99 now, about to be 100. Still not swayed. The warriors of St. George found only death and humiliation at the gates of Jerusalem. The Crusade, so eagerly called, supported by propagandists, ended in disastrous defeat that has only hurt the cause of the people. This will surely embolden more blasphemers and infidels to further stray from Catholicism. St. George has abandoned us. Oh, fervor is terrible. A feast is probably what I need. Titles went that way now. And I guess we may have to retake that. We have to retake because, yeah, once this whole matter is done. Yeah, diplomacy is bad, but that's what I'm gonna go for next. Which, in fact, I could change my focus right now, but it's almost unlocked, so just wait 2 months and then I'll switch. I'll pick up probably this one because not only it's because of the natural dread, but also I need more control growth around here. Don't want to be no fighter. I tried that and lost my eye as a result. Well, at least the realm is in peace again. That's all I got. So maybe if I win the respect of the Archbishop, I should go on a pilgrimage. Right now. Oh. Yeah, the feast first. Right. I can smell the kitchen from here. Alright. We got it. Now, hereditary rule. 50 years. That's how long it's going to take. 50 years. Also, that means, well, we can increase the crown authority now. It'll cost us some prestige. Which, again, rulers can change between a vow of partition succession laws, which we ain't got none. Titles can now be revoked, vassals can be retracted. Clan government vassal will provide at least 5% of levies and 2% of income. That's just if you're of a Islamic faith. That's how it works. They ain't gonna like it, but if they want me to reduce it, I'll be happy to reduce it. This is to get rid of him. Because he's an infidel. Might accept. But he may rise up rebelling with other disgruntled vassals. But, in actuality, all I wanted is Cordoba. But he won't like it because it's, you know, he lives there. But I would do that if I had more holdings, but idea. So he may rise up, so move it. Move the rally point. Here. Let's give it a try. Revoke. Because he's an input now. Because I can revoke without being viewed as a tyrant. Every move of all the vassals. Gets a first claim. Faction is good against 25 discontent. Grows close to the forming a rivalry. Well, we're gonna be rivals regardless. Is Medellin just one more check? Part of Cordoba? No. It's separate. For the last time. Just give me Cordoba and nothing else. I'll give it to one of my immediate sons. No, give it to him. Yeah. I mean, there's room for one more. Cordoba will be yours. Yes. He can keep Medellin until further notice. Yeah. You've joined up too because, well, that's because you hate my guts. This is a bad place to raise an army here, so put him over here instead. It's not a full-on rebellion, but he's got mercenaries. We shall meet. Slow down a bit. Finnegan Hills. We have a better army commander. Superior quality. Again, this is just for this character, not everybody else. So. Again, ain't what it used to. Just go for this. And I will switch to get more diplomacy. Foreign affairs. And I'll pick which branch it is sooner rather than later. Commander got killed. Pelagia IV is wounded. Oh no, how bad is he? Or did I misread? I don't know. May have misread. No, Commander, that means our troops are confused and they're gonna get more killed out there. Brave Sancho, the giant. Now, Pelagia IV is wounded. Or wounded him back. Oh, what have they done to you? Just wounded. He'll be alright. I hope. So I don't know where that came from. Remember who your heir is. It's your cousin. Which, again, I cannot deny his good skills. He's very good at it, but he's from far off the immediate family that it comes from Pelagia II. But me taking command of these troops could give him some inspiration. But I won't have much advantage compared to Sancho. So either a practical man or me, who is a flexible leader and aggressive attack. Whereas he is a cautious one. I'm going to get killed for this. I'm willing to risk it all. They can get away that easy. My son, Sultan Pelagia, has been wounded. Flesh contract found swelling. If the right kind of treatment is administered, and Jesus merciful should make it. We don't have a court position, do we? Not like that. Look at here. Okay, I need somebody high learning skill. Surprised you're still around. How'd you like to be court physician as well? I could have done with the Archbishop, but I kind of don't trust him. Get that old woman. Boy, he's gone far, does he? Who's leading the rebellion? Take Cordoba. Oh, I think I know where he's going. Yeah, I knew it. It's gonna go for the capital. Just hope the garrison holds out. Otherwise, it's gonna be curtains for my children and my wife if they are gonna be captured. Supplies running low for the garrison. Walls have been having a small breach. Get them out of here. Got him. Now they're on the run. Head back to Cordoba. Still can't sway that man. The House of Islam is under grave threat from the onslaught of heathens and infidels in its very heartlands. Their response is magnificent. Khalid Sahan has declared an era of renewed jihad upon the world. The core regions of Dar al-Islam must be retaken at all costs. All righteous Muslim people should prepare to join ranks of the Mujahideen for the upcoming struggles. This could be the beginning of an unprecedented Muslim aggression. St. George protect us. Now they have access to jihads. It's likely they're going to go for Jerusalem to kick the Byzantine out of there. Hey! All I need to do is to destroy that army and then head for Cordoba. They deserve to be punished. They're moving away. Hope we can capture him. They're eliminated. They'll raise up a new force soon, so head for Cordoba right now. Pope's been taken prisoner. He was in the middle of a war. Holy war for the anointed kingdom of Romania? Oh no. Rome has indeed fallen. Now Gonzalo's come to age. Just, zealous, lustful, brilliant strategist, holy warrior, and quick. Oh, why do I vote for you? I should throw my vote for you instead. Look at you. This is exactly what this country needs. I'm changing my vote. We can get Andalusia back whenever we wanted to. It's your education, son. Actually, yeah, sure. I'll be the goddamn guardian. As for you, same. I'll train both of you. And finally, I'm changing my vote. Gonzalo. Hopefully they'll go for someone who is a bit more, zealous, just, and a holy warrior, and intelligent. And not exactly for the learning, but he's good in other fields. And I gotta find you the right spouse for you. Somebody with stewardship. And good learning. And of the right age. Start with the age. If it's going to be a patrol, it has to be at least 12. Starting here. You gotta pay attention to their current education as well. More learning and stewardship is what's kind of needed. So, maybe her. And anyone with good genetic traits. Not like that. Oh, wow. And, well, what's your... Oh, she's more an intrigue. I was convinced and I saw lustful, but... Gee, I don't know. Okay, you're going to beyond that, so... At least somebody nice. What's your skills again? No good young women in this time. So it's fine to find somebody with good learning and all around. Well, you're not going to find them at this generation. Yikes. Of course, anything but that. Should go back down to that one that's age of 12. I think we found our rightful one to me. What's your education? Intrigue. Because I'm already seeing pretty good ones here. Possibly not. Yeah, go back to her. Yeah, going for her. Hopefully she gets a good learning education. Since we're into learning these days here during peacetime. Wonder what the electors will think. Oh! I almost grabbed something. And just slipped out of my fingers, almost did. We'll wrap this episode up soon enough, as soon as we finish this damn revolt. Willing to sacrifice Andalusia for somebody more talented. But the real question is, why aren't you voting for him? Known for his sins. Oh, lustful, yeah. That's understandable, but he's just... That's a good chance they may come around. We need to get rid of those. Ah, Cassio. You remember him. We don't get a lot of friends these days. They're an insignificant force, so they won't take the capital. If the garrison is sizable enough. Don't have the tech for it. Good stewage. Disease really got to them. We took sun and air. We imprisoned both the Count and the Duchess. Alright, disband it all. Let's wrap this episode up by revoking Cordoba, Medellin. Oh, actually, you could only do that one at a time. Yeah, no choice. Because you rebelled. We could do that again, can we? Yes. The Duchess, well, we're taking the whole duchy. Just a title. Yeah, just a sec. Forgive the register. There you go. Okay. I know about my son here. You know, Gonzalo. He's proved very good. And I even considered, giving Pelagio Cordoba, but we know he's Duke over there, but... I don't know about the line of succession, because Andalusia's second. Unless I make it a primary title, which I could do that. Make primary, but then I would lose Asturias. Oh, decisions. And plus it's going to require a lot more with persuasion and whatnot. Despite the character's flaws, as they call him the foolish. So, whatever decision I'll make, well, we'll have to find out in the next episode as well. Stop it right here. Because one of these days, these people are going to start coming around. And I look forward to, making him the heir of Asturias. Even though I would prefer to keep Cordoba for myself, but... what can you do, huh? And that's something I keep asking myself. What can you do? What can you do? But I'll tell you what you can do, ladies and gentlemen, is to tune into the next episode as soon as it comes up. Then we'll see the resolution of this other crisis that we're having here. And that is who owns what, and how do we persuade the vassals to vote for the right heir that I want. It could have been him, but, well, he blew it. Well, I think he's got a good learning, but he's a lot better. And hope for learning skill will be to compensate for his lack. So we'll have to find out in the next episode. And until then, so long for now.